Advantages: easier to grasp for removal of the prosthesis. It can be used in case of severe or large tissue undercut, high frenal attachment, preclude or prevent the use of the eye bar. Indicated when bar clasp is contraindicated and desirable undercut is located in gingival third of the tooth but away from the distal extension area. The second strategy, as we said, to accommodate the functional movement of the free end extension saddle is the use of combination clasp. As we said, it is another strategy to reduce the effect of a class 1 lever distal extension situation is to use flexible component in the resistance arm, which is the strategy employed in the combination clasp. The combination clasp consists of a wrought wire retentive clasp arm and a cast reciprocal clasp arm. It is used when maximum flexibility is desirable, such as on an abutment tooth adjacent or proximal to the distal extension base, or on weak abutment tooth when a bar type direct retainer is contraindicated. It may be used for its superior adjustability and precise retentive requirement, and unpredictable and later adjustment to increase or decrease retention may be necessary in the future. The most common use of a combination clasp is on abutment tooth adjacent to a distal extension when only a mesial undercut exists on the abutment tooth or where large tissue undercut contraindicate the use of bar type retainer. The combination clasp again has several disadvantages. It involves, number one, extra steps in the fabrication, particularly when high fusing chromium alloys are used. Number two, it may be distorted by careless handling on the part of the patient. Number three, because it is bent by hand, it may be less accurately adaptable or adapted to the tooth surface and therefore provide less stabilization in the suprabulge portion. Number four, it may distort with function and do not engage to the tooth. The disadvantages of the wrought wire clasp are offset by its several advantages, which are: it is a flexibility, it is adjustability, it is aesthetic qualities or advantage over other retentive circumferential clasp arms. Minimum of tooth surface is covered because of it is line contact with the tooth rather than having the surface contact of a cast clasp arm. Less likely occurrence of fatigue failures in surface with a tapered wrought wire retentive arm versus the conventional cast half round retentive arm. This is combination clasp. On the left we have cast bracing arm and retentive wrought wire. On the right we see the retentive wrought wire engaging the mesial undercut. Now, if we make a simple comparison between occlusally and gingivally approaching clasp, or the circumferential or bar clasp. In case of retention, circumferential clasp is present above the height of contour. It is pulls toward the occlusal surface from the undercut to resist dislodgement. The bar clasp, on the other hand, approach the undercut from below the height of contour, so we called it infrabulge. It pushes it toward the occlusal, not pulls, push toward the occlusal surface abutment tooth. So, in this case, bar clasp is easier to seat and more difficult to remove. In case of a bracing, The circumferential clasp, because of its rigidity, it provides very good stability or bracing, while for bar clasp, it is more flexible because of which it provide less bracing or stability against lateral stresses. For stress breaking effect, circumferential clasp potential to torque abutment teeth in case of distal extension based partial denture situations, while bar clasp, as we said, it is used to accommodate the functional movement. So it allows a certain degree of functional movement of the distal extension base. So it will dissipate the stresses and lessen the load on the abutment teeth. Contact with the tooth structure. The circumferential clasp has or had more contact leading to food accumulation and further decalcification and caries lesion to the abutment tooth. Bar clasp has minimal tooth contact and less damage to the tooth. From the aesthetic point of view, circumferential clasp increase metal display, so we have poor aesthetic. For bar clasp, very less metal display, so high aesthetic requirements. Thank you for your kind listening.